Hi everyone, this is Laurel with Guided by Love, and I have oh my goodness, the Sacred Soul Messages deck, and I have the Magical Mermaids and Dolphins deck, and we're going to get messages for a daily Twin Flame love read. So let's see what we have with the Magical Mermaids and Dolphins deck. And they're just telling me to pull one more deck in, so I'm going to do that at the end. So what are the messages for this love read for today, Magical Monday, or whenever you see this? Oh, that one too just fell out. And we have at the bottom of the deck, synchronicities. So this is your prayers are being answered, and questions are being answered by synchronistic events. So pay attention to the signs. Use your crystals if you want today. There's, this energy of earth magic in the air with the crystals. They're of the earth. Notice the synchronistic events. So as you notice them, give thanks for them. Thank you so much, God, for showing me this synchronicity, this magic, and there are going to be more flowing to you. So for you and your person, we have the dolphins. They're very high level beings on this earth, and they're in an X, which means trust the process, trust your twin flame journey, and trust yourselves, and trust your guidance along the way. Okay, because this is showing that the higher powers are going to be giving you synchronistic signs and events today, so pay attention. And then we have you're being helped, and this is heaven working behind the scenes, even if you don't see the results yet. So for sure there are miracles happening behind the scenes. Remember to surrender all to the divine so that they can work their magic behind the scenes and create those miracles. And this is showing I feel like this is showing that you're being led by the divine. As we said, we have the overall message of synchronicities and signs. This is also showing that you're being led, you're being helped, and so don't give up on your journey. Keep trusting, keep the faith that things are coming your way. And this is also showing the depth of your connection, that there's so much depth to it, and that is changing. Changes are happening behind the scenes, so don't give up. Keep going. Keep being guided. Keep following your guidance on this journey. And then we have Father healing. This is your personal power increases as you give your father related issues to heaven. So this is surrendering, being willing to address anything that no longer serves you. This is looking at what I'm getting from this is it's also looking at God, the Father, as your true Father, the provider, your provider in all things. And this is really showing that. I believe in this card to remember that our Father, the true Father, is God. I had an epiphany with this years ago, and it's trusting and believing that everything, you see the water flowing in, everything flows from that divine love. And so that's why I mentioned in the very beginning is surrendering everything to the Most High and to the flow of love. Everything comes from that higher power. We, of course, are manifestors, co-creators with the divine. So it's focusing on what we want and then surrendering and getting out of the way so that that magic and that, that abundance can flow in all areas of your life. And it's also about aligning your energy. It's, the mix of surrender. It's also about going within and letting go of what you need to let go of. And, gratitude, having a positive mindset, and all of these things help you align from the inside. And when you align on the inside, the outside mirrors that. So, and then we have alchemy. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. As we, it says everything you touch turns to gold right now. So this is saying it's a magical time in your lives. And this is important to go within, allow that time, because when you go within, what happens is, it's turning alchemy, turning all the fear, all the dross into gold, into love. That alchemy is able to happen every time that you connect inside, every time that you are, nurturing and loving yourselves. That alchemy happens, and it not only happens within you, but it creates that magnetic effect or that mirror effect. And think of the infinity loop. You're connected through that loop. You're on one side, your person's on the other, and when you change your energy, that goes over to your person, and they are changing as well, and vice versa. The loop goes both ways. So alchemy is happening in that connection, in your connection, as you nurture and love yourself. And this is, and and that's when more truth and more courage and more protection, all of that comes flowing into you. And it's like she's got a hold of that line that connects her and her person, and there's no end to it. It continues on and on and on. And then we have, for the good day, we have rest. You've been working hard, take a nap. And this is, kind of cocooning yourself in that golden ray of light. And you can even say, please God, cocoon me in this golden egg shape of light around me, from my soul star chakra all the way down to my earth star chakra. And, allow me to have some time to rest and nurture myself from the inside out. And that's, again, that helps your connection. Every time you're nurturing yourself, every time you're feeding yourself that love, it's, oh, I feel like I'm going to sneeze. It is nurturing the connection as well. So really a lot about support through healing and alchemy and rest. So really cool insights and synchronicities for the connection today. So let's see. Oh, my ear's doing something funny. Wow. Okay. Let's see what the message is from your person. What does your person want to say to you today? What do they want to say for this love read? What's the message? It says the moon is bright. I'll show you the picture. And we're in the crescent moon phase right now. The waxing crescent moon phase right now. So this is really cool. The moon is bright when it doesn't avoid the night. Hang in there. Be patient. You are on the right track. So don't be surprised if you see the number 717 today, meaning that you're on the right track. You may see other numbers associated with sevens and 17. So don't be surprised if you see those. And that's just letting you know you're on the right track. Your person's on the right track. You're on the right track for a reunion, for union. So, yeah, so hang in there, be patient. You're on the right track. And this is for both of you, each of you having to be patient in your own ways for this connection to happen. And I'm just curious. I want to see, what is it that you want to say to your person? So your person telling you, they are going into their own selves, and they want you to hang in there, and they want you to know we're on the right track. What is the message you want to say to your person? And we have, I am not this hair, I am not this skin, I am the soul that lives within. I love this card. I am not this hair, I am not this skin, I am the soul that lives within. Breathe the surface. Looks can be deceiving. So this is about not judging somebody by their cover, because this is all just, this is just hair, it's just skin. I am soul. I am an earth angel. I am a soul that lives within. So you can use that affirmation today. I am the soul that lives within. So you want to give your person that message, that I am worthy. I am valuable. I am worthy of great love. You want to let them know that they are worthy, that it's not the outer looks, it's the soul connection between the two of you that is so powerful. So I am wishing you the loveliest day, and I hope that this day brings you much magic. Namaste.